I know. I know. Trust me. I know. I do. But before we get into that, I just want to let y'all know I've been gone for about a few weeks now. Had a baby back on Thanksgiving, so I've been kind of back in daddy mode for a minute, helping out the wife, trying to get through this time. But now that we kind of got everything settled to where I could get back to my YouTube thing, we got some stuff to talk about. And you know what that is. So let's get to it.
I'm so amazing. I'm so amazing.
I am so amazing. Just how I'm blazing.
All right, so now before we dive deeply into what the topic is today, I want to let y'all know, yes, I'm aware of the shit show that is Cyberpunk 2077. With all the issues that it's having on the PS4 and Xbox One, PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, and believe it or not, PS5 and Xbox Series X, as well as PC, even though the stands out there ain't gonna admit it. The game is simple as it wasn't optimized. I mean, it's that simple. There's nothing else really going on with the game. It wasn't optimized. And because it wasn't optimized, people can't play the game, and that's how you getting said crashes like the ones that's been going around all over the internet. The game was supposed to be revolutionary, close out 2020 with a bang, give us that one game we all been waiting for 8 years since they first announced it. Then it drops and total opposite. Shit show. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tell you the truth about it. I played the game. I've enjoyed it so very much. A lot more than I expected to enjoy it, because I wasn't even hyped for this game. I was not keeping up with this game really, except for when news came out about it. And I enjoyed it. I got through my first playthrough. So I put in roughly about 70 hours or so. Finished my first character, went and got the Path of Glory ending. Now I'm working on my second character. So the game is fun. Trust me, I love the story. I love the way everything is incorporated. CD Projekt Red did a good job as far as the content they put in this game. The problem with the game is it's not optimized. In that 70 hours that I played the game, I promise you that game crashed on me about at least 20-30 times. Now granted, I'm on PS5, so game crashing on me on PS5, me loading back into it to finish off where I was at, is about the equivalent if I was sitting on a PS4 waiting on a load screen. That being said, if I was on PS4, I probably would not be this optimistic about the game because of the crashes and issues with that game. But since I'm on a PS5, I have a little wiggle room to say that it's bad, but it's not as bad. Like some of the stuff I've been seeing going around over the internet, Twitter, YouTube compilations, other YouTubers that have already put out info about it. Game is in a really bad place versus what I experienced. Now I've had the few people, like I got a couple of friends who say they haven't really experienced any issues playing the game, but then again, I don't know if they're popping in and putting in as many hours consistently as I was. I was out for 3 weeks. The game came out in the last week that I was out of work before I went back to work. So I had ample time to play it. Plus me being in daddy mode and having to get up wee hours of the night when I couldn't go back to sleep, I'd hop on and play. So I've put in a whole lot of time on this game. And I didn't really see too many glitches. I had a few glitches, but nothing so serious that it was game breaking to the point that I was like, you know what, screw this. I want my refund back and been done with it. CD Projekt Red did a good job with the content. They just didn't optimize the game. Now the issues that we got is the apology they issued. and the so-called refunds that we were supposed to be able to get if you bought it digitally. Luckily for me, I picked up Old Faithful and I went back to GameFly for this holiday season of games dropping, and so I GameFly'd it. I didn't spend any money on it other than my GameFly subscription. I GameFly'd it, and with everything that's going on right now, I am glad that I GameFly'd it and didn't purchase it, because I might be a little bit more upset than I actually am. And no, GameFly did not sponsor this video. I'm not even sponsored yet. Hell, I'm not even to 1,000 subscribers yet. So subscribe to me, man. Subscribe to me. Help your boy get there. I'm going hard at this. Help me out. Anyway, I'm not sponsored by GameFly to tell you that I got GameFly and that's how I played the game. But that's what I did. And I'm enjoying it. But I'm not going to sit up here and ignore the fact that most people ain't enjoying it. This ended up being more of a tragic release than we expected. This was supposed to be a glorious time for gamers, a glorious time for CD Projekt Red, and it's been nothing but a shit show. I did talk with a couple of people who have played it on PS4, and the frame rate issue is, oh my god. Now, the funny thing is, the areas that people were telling me about having the frame rate issues, those were the areas on my PS5 where the game just crashed, where it broke down on me and went back to the main menu, had to load it back up. Mainly, if you've played the game, anybody that knows anything about Jig Jig Street is probably the worst area in the game for crashes. Every time that I was riding through the city and I had to do a mission near Jig Jig Street, I would get a crash consistently crashed in that area. But I mean, I enjoyed the game. If I was reviewing this game, we're not just talking, because I'm not just talking about the game. This is not a review. This is more so me telling you my experience doing all this craziness. I'd give it about an 8. I'd give it an 8. If it was optimized correctly, it would easily get a 10. It gives you that Mass Effect / Fallout / Deus Ex feel, but because it didn't release that way, we got to call it what it is. It's a loss. Stocks are falling. There you go. Sony removed it from the store. You can't even buy it digitally on PlayStation right now. Xbox is releasing refunds now. I mean, the game is in a bad place. And then the fact that they admitted to it, like when they were on their conference call and they mentioned that they didn't prioritize PS4 and Xbox One, that right there in itself tells you that they swindle people. And it's not, I'm not gonna sit up here and put CD Projekt Red in the trash can for this. I mean, CD Projekt Red shareholders is the reason why this game released the way it is. I'm optimistic about it. I'm not a CD Projekt Red stan, because if you go a couple videos back, you remember I made a video about them crunching. I am not one of those CD Projekt Red white knights, but I'm a realist, and a realist knows that it was not the developers that made the decision to drop this game in the state that it was in. It was the shareholders and the publishers that decided to drop this game in the state that it was in, so they could try to cash in on that Christmas money. They know people have been waiting on this game, most anticipated game in who knows how long, and they wanted to cash in on that Christmas money. In 2020, during the pandemic, y'all want to take advantage of people. That just shows you the cruelty of this world. But it shows you how toxic the gaming industry can be, aside from all these white knights that's out here making it seem like the gaming industry and CD Projekt Red specifically is not a part of this anti-consumer practices that we have seen here as of late. They have been caught with their hands in the cookie jar, and now they're having to answer for it. And I do not agree with some of these reviews that's been going around now Granted, the pre-release reviews, that was all CD Projekt Red being sneaky. They didn't want you to show off all the shit show that was going on with the game. They only wanted you to show the pre-rendered stuff that they had put out, the canned footage they had put out about the game, getting you to buy it, the sizzle, as they say. But when you actually got down to the meat and potatoes, you found out that they burnt it. It was overcooked, or undercooked in this case. It was raw. You got raw. Potatoes were still crunchy. Meat was bleeding. Some of y'all might like it that way. I ain't one of them people. But anyway, you didn't get what you thought you were gonna get. And I understand everybody's frustration behind it, but this game has went from being the most anticipated game to being the biggest meme of 2020. September, we thought that we had seen it all when Marvel released the way it released. And then Cyberpunk decided, hey, we can do one better than that. Y'all killed y'all's game in what, 2 months? We'll kill our game in a week. We got y'all beat, baby. Let's go ahead and release this piece of trash out here and get everybody to buy it. See how it goes. And then to show you how shitty the shareholders are for CD Projekt Red, the minute that game started receiving some bad, reviews and some bad juju, especially on Metacritic with a 2.2, I think the last time I checked, user Metacritic score, it's at a point right now where CD Projekt Red might want to get some new shareholders. They pulled out of there, stocks is falling, everybody's pulling their money away from the company. You do understand that they're supposed to be able to patch this game and make it better by February, and all the development money is being pulled away from the game. All the shareholders are leaving. Like, they're in a bad place right now, and that's all because of that. They talk themselves up, try to play the whole try to play the pro-consumer game, and it bit them in the ass. It bit them in the ass truly hard, and it sucks for them, but hey, it's what happens when you're not truthful. You think they would learn from EA, Ubisoft, all the rest of them, who also get bashed for doing, bad things with their releases. But CD Projekt Red, for some people, are still getting the benefit of the doubt, where these other places are just been like Marvel, boy. That game was thrown in the trash can after they didn't do their first big DLC release in October. People start throwing it in the trash. It was boring. It's nothing to do. I made a video about it. Is it the new Anthem? But when I made the video about it being the new Anthem, I also suggested ways that they could fix that game. CD Projekt Red, all they really need to do is really go back and optimize the game, man. Go back and optimize the game correctly. Fix the bugs. Fix the frame rate drops. Go back and fix the game properly. And then you got a masterpiece on your hands. Because even with me getting through the story with all the countless drops that I had, the goddamn game is really good. It is a really good game. Could it stand to see some more come to it? I would love to. I would love to see more come to it. But push come to shove, just fix the dang game. Fix it. In a hurry. Before there won't be a game for you to fix. I'm serious, man. Fix the game. There's nothing else you need to do to it but fix it. Then you can start working on your DLC. Then you can start working on your multiplayer. Now the multiplayer I'm kind of interested in, if they actually do get to it. Because are they going to take a GTA Online approach and just make it where you just get in and do what you want? Or is it going to be a more linear multiplayer type? Well, it's, yet to be seen. Don't Fallout 76 this joint though. Bethesda. Yeah, fix the game, man. But as for me, playing on PS5, I had a good time playing it. Wish they would optimize it so it wouldn't crash so much. But man, oh man. Fix the game. And as always, man, Keep it cool. I'm out.
I am so amazing, look how I'm blazing. These niggas talk shit, don't let it faze me. Just keep making the hits and let the game speak. Cause you niggas tryna catch you to my style in the same speed. But I'm too far to reach, so I dangle lifelines that one you can keep. Cause this nigga gon' shine just for you to see. Better take the time now to shake hands with me. But they really won't. Just wishing I go away is what they really want. Cause I've been taking over stages since they put me on. Niggas smile hard in my face but hate me when I'm gone. But I'm okay with that, cause as long as I'm breathing, Lord got my back. So I just keep dishing the meals and keeping all the scraps, cause I'll be ready for the marathon while you getting fat.